Right. What we learned in last class? BMM layer, right? BMM layer. Okay. It is also called as logical or business layer. It is also called as logical or business layer. Next, second point. Second point. Okay, logical layer or business layer is nothing but BMM layer. Next, can I create a business model from multiple multiple databases? Can I create a business model from multiple databases? That means Oracle we have 4 tables. In SQL Server we have some 6 tables. From Oracle 4 tables, from SQL Server 6 tables. Using this 4 plus 6, 10 tables using, can I create one business model? That is a question. Answer is yes. That's where we have the yesterday we discussed driving table, multi-database join like that, right? So answer is what? Yes, we can do that one. Okay. So yes. Next, third point. Third point. Can I have multiple LTS under LT? Can I have multiple LTSs under LT? Answer is yes, we can have it. We can have it. Now, next point. Can I map multiple physical columns to logical column? Can I map multiple physical columns to logical column? Answer is what? Yes, we can do that one. We can do that one. Next one. Next one. Can I rename for general requirements? General requirements means what? We have to make the first letter capital, second letter capital, that kind of things. Okay, we can do that one by taking help of utilities. Okay, utilities you have to take. What is the utility name? Tree name. Wizard is the utility name. You can do that one by taking help of utilities. What is measure? What is measure? Any number column plus aggregation rule is nothing but what is this? Measure. Okay, for example, if you are writing a sum of salary, that is what? Measure. Min of let us say cost. What is the minimum cost product? Okay, and average of marks. Okay, these all things are called as what? Measures. These all things are called as measures. Next, can I join two tables which are coming from which are coming from two different databases. Two different databases. Answer is what? Yes, we can do that one. We can do that one. And one star mark is what? Better to use driving table option to improve the performance because this total logic is executing inside the OBWE server. Two buckets data will be coming from Oracle. Will fix the data from SQL Server. It fixes the data based on the common column. OBW server will be merging the data and giving the data to you. Right now, anything else we learned? Okay, more work percentage wise we will do in which layer? BMM layer only we are going to do it. I can say around 70% of the work we are going to do here. That means 100 hours we are spending in the RPD means 10 hours on the physical layer, 10 hours on the presentation layer, 70 hours on this one. To test all these three things, 10 hours. That's how 70% of the work we are going to spend here only. Now, today we'll try to see what you have to learn today. Presentation layer. Okay. So by seeing this title, did you get anything? Presentation. That is something which you are going to present in front of next level people. Who are the next level people for the RPD developer? I am a RPD developer. Who is using my RPD? All the report developers first. Reports I am not developing as of now. If this RPD if I given to the business users, it is useless for them. RPD is useless for them. Okay, on top of RPD, we are supposed to generate what? Reports. Who is going to develop the reports? Our developers only, report developers. Those guys are called as. More experienced resources are going to work on the RPD in the team. Less experienced resources going to work on the reports and dashboards. They are going to work on it. That is the one type of people. Second, business users also going to develop their own reports. And business users are going to use the reports developed by reporting people. So for them also, what are the columns which is visible or what are the tables which are visible is only whatever available in the presentation layer. End of the day, if I go here, if I am trying to open, for example, analytics, then I am trying to log in. This is the page what a report developer seeing or a business user seeing it. Report developers and business users are going to see only what? This is the page. And to get this page in our system, you need not install any software of the OBI. Because it is a bot-based component, web-based component. Even observe this URL. If you observe carefully this URL, this is what we have to remember the URL. This is the URL. demo.us.oracle.com is what the computer name where OBW server is installed. Even I am working now in one mission, right? That mission name is not this one. My mission name is Hi. My mission name, if you go and try to observe what is the mission name? Hi. That means what? In this Hi mission, did I install the OBW server? No. I am accessing OBW server using what mission? demo.us.oracle.com. Demo.us.oracle.com is a mission name of the Linux. I have the Linux VM is available, right? That virtual box name is what? That one. Next point. What is this one? 7780? We have the freedom at the time of installation actually. Whatever port number we given at the time of installation, we have to provide that port number. And everyone has to provide the analytics. That is a common word. So what is the URL? Server name where you installed it, colon, the port number what you given at the time of installation, / analytics, simple. Now in this page, if you go to the new year, then if you go to the analysis, we are seeing what is the word? Subject area. The subject area word, I will show you same word. If you go to the all programs, then administration tool. I am trying to open administration tool. Now let me go for, let us say time being I am trying to open something else. I am opening online. That means what? It's not yours. It's not yours. Someone's RPD I am opening which is using by server. Let me open online. Then password is admin123 is the password. Then open. What you are seeing here? Supplier sales DM, supplier sales REP. Those two things only visible here or not? Supplier sales DM, supplier sales REP. For example, I am right clicking here, new subject area. I am giving the name as Venkat. I am giving the name as Venkat. Then if you click on here, OK. Then simply check in changes. Click on yes or no. Then save it. Now if you go front end, here let us say we need to do one activity that is called as reloading. Whenever we change something, we have to do what? Reload server metadata. Once we reloaded, if you see the analysis, what you are seeing? Venkat. That means whatever changes we are doing here, those changes are appearing where? Front end. Here my meaning of front end is analytics is the front end and back end means RPD is the back end. RPD is the back end. Suppose I am trying to take here one table I am taking here. Then check in changes, that means push these changes into the server. Push these changes into the server. Then if you go and try to observe here, let us say what you have to do? Reload server metadata. Then go to the new analysis, then go to the Venkat. Now we are seeing here how many tables? One table we are seeing dim customers. Suppose inside this one we have here columns. These are the columns. Now I am adding here one extra column. I am adding it. Let us say presentation column. Suppose I am giving the name as, let us say, Ram. Some name I am giving it. Then I want here each and every presentation column depends on what? One logical column. So I am browsing here, any one logical column I am selecting, select. Okay, then click on OK. Just for your understanding purpose only I am creating this one. Okay. Now if you see here, what you have to do? Reload server metadata. Now if you expand it, what you are seeing? RAM. So now you need to justify what you mean by presentation layer. What you mean by presentation layer? It is a one which is accessible to business users and report developers. Report developers and business users end of the day trying to access what? Only presentation layer of the RPD. Whatever work you did in the physical layer, whatever work you did in the BMM layer, those things are not visible to the business users or report developers. Whatever work you taken into the presentation layer, only those objects will be visible to the report developers or business users. Okay, that is the first point what you need to understand. Let me open the document. I opened the document and this is the presentation layer. Presentation layer is the only layer visible to end users. With respect to RPD developer, Report developer is called as end user only. He is using my RPD. Client means what? Business user. Business user also using my RPD, so he is also using it. So whatever we take in the presentation layer, it is visible to these two people. In presentation layer, we have how many types of objects? 4 types of objects are available. One of the object we already aware of it. This is called as here Venkat is what? Subject area. And here whatever we have here dim customers is what? Presentation table. Whatever we have this column, what it is this one? Presentation column. Actually, I didn't explain about one thing that is called as hierarchy. Down the line, I am going to explain about it. If I create one hierarchy here, that hierarchy also I can drag and drop here. If I drag and drop hierarchy object here, then it is called as what it is? Hierarchy object. Now tell me how many types of objects we have in this layer? 4 types. One is subject area, presentation table, hierarchy object, presentation column. A column is available in this layer. A column is available in this layer. Then it is called as what column? Physical column. It's called as physical column. And same column, if you are trying to use here, then it is called as what column? Logical column. Same column, if it is available here, it is called as what column? Presentation column. Location is very important. Location is very important. Now, similarly, table. What is this table? Physical table. And what is this table? Logical table. And what is this table? Presentation table. Presentation table. Okay. Next point. Subject area in 11G is called as presentation catalog in 10G. Subject area in 11G or what you can say 12C. In the 12C also there is no renaming. In case of 10G, what is this OVW 10G? If I go over there, if I right click in this presentation layer, you won't see subject area word over there. You will see presentation catalog word. That means there is no subject area terminology in OVW 10G. OVW 10G. In place of the subject area word, we have what? Presentation catalog word is available. This presentation catalog is not looking that great, so they converted it as into what? Subject area. Subject area. Okay. Now that's fine. Why they converted in that way? Why they converted in that way? I want to know the reason. What do you mean by mathematics subject? Can I expect account BCom over there? History over there? Okay, good. Did you got chance to see any WhatsApp message? You got chance to see it, right? One of our MLA is saying like, what is that? Math subject in BCom something, right? Okay, that is not a subject, sir. That is different story. Okay, come to the point here. Subject mass, if I am saying, means in that chapters all are talking about this mass only. We are saying in that one numbers. In that one we are saying about the some kind of linear geometry or whatever it is. All these things are talking about what? Mathematics only. Indirectly or directly it is going to talk about the mathematics. Similarly, if I say human resource absence. Human resource absence. Here absence is the word is the right, that is called as subject. Under human resource absence subject area, whatever presentation tables or whatever presentation columns you are about to take it, those things has to talk about the employee absence. About the employee absence, nothing else. And in fact, human resource absence, whatever we have it, that is one of the role of the employee. Suppose if you see HR resume, she used to tell, hey, I have chance to conduct 200 recruitment drives. I have chance to organize 100 new skills learning for my all employees. I have chance to deliver successfully 200 pay cycles. That means that many payroll, that many months of salaries, she got chance to distribute it without any issues. She has some experience in that. So whatever things are available roles, they will write like that only, right? And in fact, it is a very small company, very small company. One HR only going to take care of absence. That means who is coming, who is not coming. She will be monitoring it. She only taking care of the payroll, how much we need to pay, end of the salary, when we need to pay, those are things. And she only taking care of it, what new skill is coming, and my employees are up to that mark or not. If not, can I organize the external trainer? Can I train that guy? If I want to train it, what software is required? Where is the conference hall is busy? Where is the conference hall is not busy? These all things she has to calculate, she has to organize it, yes or no? And next, we have here recruitment. Suppose I want one skill set, one project is coming. That skill set person is not there here. Then I have to recruit from outside, right? She has to go for some kind of Naukri or Monster or some Dice or whatever it is. She has to search the profiles. That's what she is doing over there. Retaining the employee is a very good resource. He is resigned. At any cost, I don't want to leave that guy. You want 1 rupee or 2 rupee or 10 rupees. I want to retain it. That lobbying also is doing, HR is doing it, retaining the employee. And internal workforce management. Internal workforce means now bench we'll call it as bench. That that guy has no project, let us say, has no project. Then where he is going to fit best, in which project, which location, we can go and we can manage that one. These are about different roles and responsibilities of one HR. If it is a small company, one HR is going to take care of these all things. If it is a big company, to do one role, you may have a number of HRs. Let us say recruitment, you are taking it. Some people will say, hey, I used to recruit only the people who required for the data warehousing. My concentration is what? Data warehousing people, I will recruit it over the globe. Some people will say, I am the client server people, I am going to recruit it. That means what? Both are working in the recruitment only. But whenever you want some Java resources, you have to ask that girl. Whenever you want some data warehousing resource, you have to ask this girl. Right? And tomorrow, one finance HR is logged in. One finance HR is logged in into this application. What she has to see here? What she has to see here? Recruitment subject area, retaining subject area, or finance related subject area? Finance related subject area. That is the reason we are trying to organize subject areas as per the rules. As per the rules, that's what I want to deliver. Anyone ask a question, based on what you are going to decide how many subject areas you want it and what is the name of the subject area. We are going to decide based on what? The number of roles what we have it. The number of roles what we have it. And if once I organized as a roles, then I can provide the permissions very easily. Payroll, I have here options to provide the permission. For example, let us assume like it is REP. REP means what? Representatives, sales representatives. DM, district managers. Representatives should not see district manager subject area. It is not required for them. Then what I can do? I can go for the district manager. I can go to the permissions. Representative opposite whatever we have the year. What I can put it? No, I don't have a role like that. If I have the role like that, I can go and I can put what? No access. At that moment, what will happen? No representative will access what? District manager. So we are going to create a subject area based on the roles. Based on the roles. That's what I want to deliver. Subject area need to be created based on teams or roles in the department. For example, in HR department, teams are human resource payroll is one team. Human resource recruitment is one team. Human resource learning, enrollment and completion is one team, etc. How many roles we have it? That many subject areas we are going to create it. That many subject areas we are going to create it, and we'll provide the permissions accordingly. Okay. Hierarchy object is newly introduced in 11G. Just now what I did, I dragged and dropped this hierarchy object here, right? In old versions like OVW10G, we cannot drag and drop the hierarchy object into here. We can create the hierarchies, we can do the drill down, drill up, everything you can do it. But if I want to develop a report directly using hierarchy object, that is not possible. That is not possible in case of old version like 10G version. That is not possible. Now you can observe here directly. I can observe here hierarchy object also available for me. Hierarchy object I can take here and I can go for the reporting. In OVW10G, on top of hierarchy object, I cannot develop report. Right. That is what the advantage what we have it. And fourth object is hierarchy object we can take into the presentation layer. Single subject area must be populated with content from single business model, cannot span business models. Cannot span business models. What is the meaning? For example, let me open your RPD. I am trying to close this one. I am opening your RPD. It is available in my computer, D drive, B160. This is the place where you located, and RR capital, I text small 123. Now till here yesterday we did it. I am trying to create here one subject area. The subject area name is ABCD. Okay. Now I am trying to click on OK. Before click on OK, the subject area is depending on what business model? Core business model. Okay. Now I am trying to click on here OK. I can go and I can drag and drop anything from this core. I can drag and drop it. For example, let us say I am trying to take here one more thing is we got it. We simply drag and drop here. This is called as now what? One more business model. Now I have here two business models. I have it. Can I take one table from here to here? Is it allowing or not allowing? Allowing or not allowing? The symbol is what? No one is driving. What is that symbol? No way. No way. You cannot drop over there. You cannot drop over there. That means it's not accepting. Why? Because this ABCD is pointing to what? Core business model. ABCD is pointing to what? Core business model. You are trying to drop this table means don't accept. That means one subject area has to come from one business model only. It cannot penetrate. It cannot overlap. I mean that two columns, these two columns, that two tables, these two tables. It cannot go like that. Now, okay, that point we are clear about it. Next point. New subject area EFGH. This is coming from where? Core. Now I can go and I can drag and drop here. What is the meaning of this one? ABCD is coming from where? Core only. EFGH is coming from where? Core only. That means both the subject areas are coming from same business model. That is possible. That is possible. But what is not possible? Developing one subject area from these two business models is not possible. Is not possible. Okay, write these diagrams. Write these diagrams. Write in this way. We have here one business model, and we have here two subject areas. Developing from one business model to two subject areas is possible. Write this diagram. Write this diagram. Number one. Number two. We have here one subject area, and we have here two business models. We have here two business models. Now developing one subject area from two business models is not possible. Is not possible. Okay. Right. Now come to the point here. I want to decide now. I want to decide now what are the subject areas I want it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I should not provide it. Right? How I can decide it? First I need to understand what are the rules are available in that department. I need to go and I need to sit with the HR resource. Hey, tell me what are the rules are available. Based on the rules, I am going to create that many subject areas. Okay, so we are going to create now, let us say my data is related to the sales data. My data is related to the sales data. So, and our batch number is, what is the batch number? B160, and it's a supplier sales representative. I am clicking on OK. I have one team called as representatives. Those guys' job is door to door. They'll go and they'll try to sell the product, let us say. And we have next role of people that is called as B160 supplier sales DM, district manager. B160 supplier sales DM. Then I am trying to click on OK. Now, as he is a representative, he is looking for customer address, customer phone number, those all things he is looking for. Entire customer information I am trying to take it, customer information and other things also. As a district manager, he may not be interested on the customer, but customer level region he may be looking for it. So what I will do is customer I am taking, but I don't want the customer name, I don't want it. Customer key also I don't want it. Whatever columns I don't want, I am removing it. Are you getting my point? Whatever he interested or whatever useful to him, only I am keeping that one. Now here products and facts I want it, so I am trying to drag and drop. So you have the freedom, whatever you want you can drag and drop it, and it is not the one time activity. Today I did the mistake, I given sales rep to him, but he really not looking for it, he's not interested on that one. Then I can go and I can remove it. Any point of time I can remove that column, I can delete it. Okay, or we want one column, I didn't take in that one. At any point of time you can go and you can drag and drop that one. It's not one time activity, because that day one will not be clear about requirement. Though you work with so many projects, day one you may not be clear about the entire project. Today whatever I am clear, I will go with that vision. Tomorrow maybe customer requirement may be changing, or you may got the best thought than what you did the development, then you can go and you can change it later point of time. Now time being, I am trying to remove this name column, whatever available I am removing it. Now I hope these 2 points are completed, right? Multiple subject areas can reference the same business model completed. Creating the subject area just now we completed. Next is what? Reorder columns. Reorder columns. For example, I have here columns, right? Which is the best way you are thinking about it? Most used columns we have to keep in the top position. Less used columns we have to keep in the bottom position, so that users or report developers can access very quickly. So I want to, let us say, move this network shape to the last position. How I can move it? Who is the parent of this column? Column parent is who, sir? Presentation table. Presentation table parent is who? Subject area. If anything you have to change in this columns, means you have to go to that parent and you have to change it. So this column parent is this guy. So let us go over there. There we have the columns, net weight shape. Here we have the down arrow mark. We can use down arrow mark, click on OK. That's how we are going to reorder it. More used column, most of the reports we are using particular columns means they are going to keep in the top position. Less used columns are going to keep in the bottom position. That's it. Next point. Here tables are available. For instance, I want to keep this timetable in the top position. Then I can go and I can keep time parent is who? Subject area. Go to that subject area, then presentation tables, then time. I am trying to move here. Then okay, I am able to move it. Now here in 12C this problem is there, not the 11G. Here if I want to change any one name, let's say dim time name, I want to change it. I can go and I can change here, right? If I want to change any one column, let us go and try to change day key, whatever available, I want to change it. I can uncheck the, what is this? Use logical column name, I can uncheck it and I can change it whatever I want it. Okay, day key 1 I am changing it. Okay, by default, whenever you open this tool, for you, if I double click here and even though you uncheck it, it won't allow you to change it. The reason behind is there is an option in the tools, options. In the tools options, observe here one of the option. Yeah, what is this? Edit presentation name. Suppose this option is not selected. This option is not selected. By default is not selected actually. By default is what? Not selected. If this option is not selected, then if I want to change, for example, month name, I want to change it. If I double click on this one, though I uncheck here, is it allowing me to change it? No. So if it is not allowing you to change it, then immediately we have to go to where? Tools menu, then options. Here we have one of the option, the general tab. One of the option is available, that is called as edit presentation names. We have the option. Edit presentation names, we have the option. Then click on OK. Now that's fine. For example, here I have the one of the thing that is called as day key 1. I renamed it just now. Day key 1, just now I renamed it. If I have, let us say, thousands of reports already developed and they are using day key column. Today he came and we are trying to change as day key 1. What about the life of all 1000 reports? Are you going to modify manually or automatically it will be modified? If automatically modified, are automatically working fine, based on what it is going to work? No, reports I am saying, not in the RPD. Using this column, we developed what? 1000 reports, we developed it. For example, we will develop one report, but I cannot develop using your RPD. Why? Because your RPD is not available inside the server as of now. Inside the server, whatever RPD is available, using that RPD, I will develop it and I will show one example. For example, I am going for RPD administration tool. I am opening other batch RPD. I am opening in online mode. Online mode, that means what? It is available inside the server. There, let us say we have, these are the columns. Let me develop one simple report, new analysis, supplier sales representative, leave. Then I am trying to take here one column called as, let us say, reason column. Then I am trying to take here one column called as dollars column. This one I am trying to save here as test of rename in presentation layer. That's what I am doing here. This one I am trying to save into the folder called as, okay, let me create your folder. Your folder is B160 batch people doing that work. Okay. Now I am clicking on the result. Happily this report is working. Now what I will do is, now yes, now I am trying to sign out. I am trying to sign out. I went to the home. I went to the home. Like that reports, assume like 1,000 reports we have it. Now RPD developer, what he did is this region column is available, right? This region column he renamed as, let us say, region 1. Region column he renamed as what? Region 1. I went to the home. I am not aware of that change also. Now my RPD developer did that change, and also he did the checking changes, save it. Now if I go and try to open tomorrow, if I come and try to open this one, and if I try to see the report, yeah, this is the one, right? If I open this one, what about the life of this one? Is it going to say error, region column is not available, like that? Or automatically it is going to work? Automatically it is working based on what it is taking it. Okay. Let me click on here, open. Now we can observe here, automatically what happened here, name? Region 1, it is changed. Region 1, it is changed. However, let me click on the edit. Let me click on the edit. Now we are seeing what is this? Region 1. That means further, if you want to develop any reports, you are going to use region 1. You know what? If you go to the criteria, if I go to the edit formula, what is internally it is showing here? Why? If it is region, I don't have the region column. Externally it is showing what? Region 1. But internally it is showing what? Body part? Region 1. How it is working then? Region is not there, right? Region I renamed as what? Region 1. How it is working is based on if we go and try to observe here, what is this? What is this? Old name. All our old names will be tracked under the aliases. Alias is different. Alias is the one which is used in the physical layer. Aliases is different. That is the one which are going to use in the presentation layer to protect our renaming. Whatever you want, you can rename it, no problem. All the old names will be stored under the aliases. Any custom formula you written in your own case, when so and so xyz column is equal to 2, then print as, okay, India. If it is 1, then print as USA, end, like that you written. The case and statements system cannot modify it because it is my physical hard coding, right? Still it will work. Why? Because aliases. Why? Because aliases. Please write this one, aliases. Heading is aliases. Spelling is very important. Alias spelling is what? ALIAS. That's it. This is what extra ES also coming. Aliases. It is useful to track. It is useful to track presentation layer objects renaming. Presentation layer objects renaming. Presentation layer objects renaming. Presentation layer objects renaming. Renaming. Next point. We can rename at any point of time presentation layer objects, and corresponding reports automatically updated. And corresponding reports automatically updated. Automatically updated. You got it? Region 1 title we are seeing over there, right? So it is automatically updating. But backend body parts, what it is a custom formula. That is the reason it cannot change it, but it is working because of the aliases. But top layer means what customer is going to see what only names and data, right? Edit formula option is available to me because I am a developer. That's why edit formula option is available for customers. Edit formula will not be there. Right. Good. Now we are clear about one point that is called as renaming. We are clear about in this one. Let me go on to your RPD. This is what our RPD. Now we understand what you mean by aliases. We understand it. Next, last point we have here. Today you have how many columns? 4 columns: dollars, unit ordered, unit shipped, net weight shipped. If I have 200 columns, not the 4 columns, 200 columns are available. Out of this 200, 50 columns are related to the one area. It is talking about something. 50 columns are talking about something else, like that. So it's similar to like we have songs. If I given the 200 songs, you are just like that, you are going to put in the one folder, or are going to organize that one as movie wise, or we can say language wise, something like that. We are going to organize or not? Similarly, can you organize here also? If yes, what is that concept called as? Answer is yes, we can organize it. That concept is called as what is this? Nested folders or nested tables. Let me tell you one simple requirement. Let me do this one in online mode directly in some other batch RPD. For example, we have here some column is available. Let us take, we are taking here one separate subject area. I am creating it corresponding to your batch B160 is your subject area. I am trying to drag and drop customers to fact sales. Everything I am trying to drag and drop. Now, if you see here, we have one column. What is this? Pending orders. How they create is right click on this one, new object, logical column. Then we can write here pending orders 1, for example. Then column source derived from existing columns, edit expression. Then we are going to take here sales. Then we are going to take here unit ordered minus. Then we are trying to take here unit shape. Then click on OK. Then click on OK. We got here pending order 1 that we are trying to drag and drop here. You are getting my point? Okay. Calculations I will talk about later. My goal is not to understand the calculation at this point of time. We did some calculations now. We have 2 columns which are coming as part of my calculations. Yes or no? And we have 4 columns which are coming directly from where? Database. 2 columns are coming from because of my calculations. 4 columns are coming from where? Directly from database. Now what I want is that 4 columns I want to keep in separate folder called as database columns. These 2 columns I want to keep in separate folder called as calculated columns. Like that I want to keep it. How I can do that? You can do that one very easily. You can do it. Let us go and try to do that. Okay. What you have to do is first you have to create here 2 tables. You have to create it. You have to create 2 tables. Double click on the B160. Then what is this? Presentation tables. Here I want 2 tables. I want it. One table name is, what is the name of the table? Database columns. I want one more thing that is called as the derived columns. Okay, now I am trying to close this. Now how many things we got here? What happened? I didn't click on OK. Very good. Okay. Database columns. Then derived columns. Okay. Okay. Now we got it. Now I want to move respective columns here, dollars. These 4 columns I want to move into the database columns, and I want to move these 2 columns whatever available into the derived columns. Then check in change as, click on S. Now you can observe we are seeing here 4 columns here and 2 columns here, we're seeing it. But what is my goal? These 2 things should be child for fact sales. Under the fact sales I want it. Under the fact sales I want. Songs is the toppest folder. Under that one, English songs. Okay, something like that we want it. In the songs like that. So what you have to do? Double click on this fact sales. I am in the which folder? Fact sales. And for this fact sales, what I want? Child presentation tables. Child presentation tables. What are the things you want? What are things you want? Database columns and derived columns. Those things I am selecting it. Now click on here. Okay. Now we are telling to the system fact sales child things are database columns and derived columns. We are telling it. Then click on here. Okay. Then check in changes. Then yes. Then close it. Then save it. Okay. Now let us go and try to observe here. Observe here. Still we are seeing here these 2 things. Is it appearing like childs for fact sales? No, it's not appearing. It's not appearing. However, once you go to the front end, let me go for new, then go for analysis. It's not appearing. Why? We didn't do here. What is this? Reload server metadata. As I didn't do it, it's not appearing. Now I did it. Now I think still it is working. Now new analysis. Now are you seeing it? B160 we are seeing it. Now see here, what is appearing? Is it appearing database columns and derived columns? No. Why? If you open this one, what do we have? Now can I call this a nested folders? Yes. In this layer, presentation layer, it may not be appearing like that. However, once you move into the server, my goal is what? Business user, how he is seeing it. He is happy means I am happy. Business user is seeing this layer. Here it is appearing properly, right? So we are happy. Are you getting my point? Okay. For example, I want n number of nested, I want it. First songs, then English, then movie name. Movie name wise I want the things. Then what I can do, for example, this derived columns should be child for database columns. Derived columns I want as a child for database columns. Then what I can do, double click on this database columns, then select here plus symbol, then go for here derived columns, click on select. Is it available? It is not available because this derived columns is already child of what? First we have to remove that mapping. First you have to remove that mapping. Then that will appear here. So what I have to do, cancel this one, then cancel this. First go to the fact sales. Here derived columns I am removing as a child. Now okay. Now double click on database columns. Then go for plus symbol. Now select here derived columns. Now it is enabled or not? Enabled. Okay. Now if you click on the check-in changes, click on yes or no. Now if you go and try to see the front end, reload server metadata. Now you can observe what you are seeing here. Fact sales, child is database columns. Database columns, child is who? Derived columns. Under derived columns, we have these things. So n number of nested folders is possible. Suppose you have one more folder that you want to maintain as a nested for derived columns. That also can be done. Same process. You have to double click on the parent, child presentation tables, plus symbol, and we have to select the required tables. That's it. Okay. Now with this, we completed creating the nested folders or nested tables, and hence the chapter is completed. Next is what? Testing RPD. Testing RPD. I think better we will try to see this one tomorrow. Today we learned about what? Hands-on 3. Presentation layer we learned about it. Okay. And whatever changes I did, right? This is online mode. I did some other batch RPD. Let me do the same changes in our case. So I want here in the representative, I want to create here what? Why I did the online mode is I want to show result immediately. If I create here, I cannot show the result immediately, right? That is the reason I did that chapter online. Database columns, this is what? Derived columns. Then okay. This fact sales, double click, childs, plus symbol, then database columns, derived columns, select it, okay. Now these 4 columns I am moving into database columns. Derived columns, once I create the calculations, then I will move it. As of now, let it be empty. Now click on here save, then click on yes. Now there are no errors, we are happy. It should be always what? Green color. It should be always green color. Tomorrow anyhow, we are going to talk about what is the chapter? Test your RPD. We did all the 3 layers. Once it is right, correct, then only I need to go for next one that is called as, what is this? Loading this RPD into my server. So first I need to validate it is correct or not. I have to validate. Then tomorrow we are going to learn about the architecture also. We are going to learn about it. As part of the architecture, what are the servers are available, those things. Then we'll go for the loading. Am I clear? Tomorrow is very important class. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow is totally turning point. Okay, right. Thank you.